Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Matt. Hope you're all doing well. Today, we're going to check out the AirsPops Pro from a company called AiRSCREAM. Now, AiRSCREAM, I believe, is based in the UK, but they also have a presence in other European countries, also New Zealand, I believe. What this is a refillable pod system, also takes replaceable coils. We're also going to check out a few of their other products, too, and take a quick look at those. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Okay, so here is the device. It might not show up well on video, but I really like the finish on this. It's kind of an off-white cream sort of color, and I just like the way it's done. It's a little bit unique, not something that we see on devices like this very often. Feels like it's probably aluminum, and then it has kind of this satiny eggshell finish on it. You got your USB-C port right there, some light indicators right there. On that side, it says AiRSCREAM, and you got some labels down here. On this side, you do have a button, and then on that side, you got your little AiRSCREAM logo. Built-in 700 milliamp hour battery inside this. So the pods just pull out like so, and you are going to have a sticker on the bottom of your coil that you need to pull off. And these pods do hold 2 mLs of liquid. There's a look at your mouthpiece. Duckbill style mouthpiece with some contouring. Now the coils on this are replaceable. Here's a look at those. These are a 1 ohm coil. There's what the inside looks like. Pretty small inner diameter. Obviously, these are made for mouth to lung. And you might not be able to see in there, but those are a mesh coil. Okay, now you might be wondering, are these compatible with like the Caliburn G coils? Let's take a look. Here's a Caliburn G. They do not look to be compatible. A little bit different size. You can see the bottoms are different. Okay, so when you install this, you want to line up the flat edges with the flat edges here, just like so. Push it down. You got magnets on the outside there, and it looks like your airflow does come in those 2 small holes right there. Now this does have a side fill port. You want to lift it up like so. Fill up right inside there. And now let's fill it on up. 2 ml capacity, like I said. You want to go kind of slow. The liquid comes out fast in these little tiny bottles. When done, just plug that up like so. And you want to let it saturate when it's a fresh coil for a few minutes. Let that wicking get nice and saturated. Sometimes I will speed it along with just a couple drops down the middle, but you don't want to do too much there because you don't want to get it too gurgly inside there, but that should be fine. Now, there's what the inside of your device looks like. You got your contacts, draw activation tube, and some magnets. And these pods can go in either way, either that way or this way. And let's turn it on 5 clicks. You'll see the light right there. And now this button right here is just an on-off button. It does not fire the device. This device is just draw activated. And when you are puffing on it, this will light up and these lights will light up. And that is a battery indicator right there. Okay, so when it's all 3 are lit up, you're full, and then it'll slowly go down to 1. And that's when you want to charge it. And there's a look at it in the hand. It's a nice, simple, sleek device. I love the way this thing looks, and I feel like the video is not going to give it enough justice, but I just love the finish on here and the color. It looks really nice. Now, let's take a quick look at a few of their other products here. This isn't a full review, but this is called Bottle, and I believe it says like a 1250 milliamp hour battery inside, USB-C charging, okay? Interesting looking device for sure. As you can see, looks like a little bottle. And it does have airflow control here. So see how that's wide open? You can then close it down. There's your mouthpiece. You pull that up. It has replaceable coils, different coils from the AirsPops Pro that we're reviewing. Magnets right there and fire button right there. Pretty interesting little device. They do also make some disposables. This one is an apple cola. We'll vape this when we go up top. And there's also a few other accessories they sent here. This looks like it's for their disposables. It's like a little keychain holder. And this right here is a mouthpiece cover. And it looks, you know, it wasn't specified, but it looks like it's made for this device. It goes over like so. All right, guys, that is it for the up close. Let's go ahead, go up top, vape this, and talk about it a little more. All right, here's the AirsPops Pro from AiRSCREAM. That's tough to say. I've said it a few times and jumbled the words, and those will be edited out of this video. AirsPops Pro from AiRSCREAM. Anyway, I have their liquid in here. It is a 4% nicotine. There is no adjustable wattage or adjustable airflow on this. Let's go ahead and have a vape. And I don't mind that it doesn't have any adjustable airflow because the draw on this thing is freaking perfect for my vaping style. A perfect medium mouth to lung draw. A bit tighter than the Caliburn A2 and some of the other recent pod systems. It nailed it. If I was picking a draw for mouth to lung, this is exactly what I would choose. Perfect amount of warmth too. It's a 1 ohm coil, so it's a little bit higher than like the 0.8 ohms in the Caliburn G, but it's got a tighter draw and the ramp up's really fast that I can't tell a difference between warmth on this and the Caliburn G. Flavor's definitely there, ramp up's there, mouthpiece is really comfortable. Just not a lot of issues with this device as far as the vape quality goes. So we'll talk cons though. What are they? There is no 2 steps of adjustable airflow like we've seen in some other devices. You might care about that, you might not. I don't personally, just because I love this draw. If you think you like the same draw that I do, a medium mouth to lung draw, then it's gonna be right up your alley. I do wish though that it was top fill. It does not have a top fill design on this thing. And one other kind of con sort of wish list thing is I do wish this was compatible with the Caliburn G coils. I guess I understand why they didn't do that. You know, they want people to buy their coils and not some other brands, but it would have been awesome if it was cross-compatible. That's just a wish list thing. So going into pros, I've already talked about a lot of them, but the finish on this thing's fantastic. It looks a lot different from other pod systems out there. And again, I don't think the video really does it justice, but just the color and the paint finish on it and the way it's done, very classy looking, slightly trendy looking, modern looking. I just dig it. It looks really, really nice. No issues at all with the vape quality. I've already made that clear. The mouthpiece is super duper comfortable. The flavor on this thing is freaking awesome. And the draw on this thing is perfect. It is a perfect amount of warmth, perfect draw, perfect MTL vape for me. Really nice. USB-C is a plus. I like the fact that they put an on-off button here, but it doesn't fire it, which I don't mind. I always use devices like this in draw activated mode anyway, so I don't mind that the button doesn't fire the device. In fact, I prefer it. You know, I don't want to put this in my pocket and be worried that the button is going to fire the device. The button's really just used to turn the device on and off. Also really like the fact that they did 3 different lights for the battery meter. That's a nice touch. So all in all, it's solid. There's obviously a crowded field. There's a lot of pod systems out there like this, but as far as my vaping style goes, this really nails it. So it's one I'm gonna continue to use. Now let's go ahead and test out their disposable here. This is the Apple Cola 5% Nic Salt. Here we go. Definitely an interesting flavor. It tastes like mostly cola with some hints of apple. It's interesting. Not too sweet either. It's actually pretty good. Not as warm as this device, but that's to be expected with a disposable. It's not a bad disposable whatsoever. So to wrap it up, I love this thing. Definitely fits my vaping style. I'm going to continue to use it. 700 milliamp hour battery isn't bad for a device like this. I think it's nice looking. I get the vape I want out of an MTL pod. I'm pretty smitten with this device, and I definitely think it's worth trying out if you think your vaping style is the same as me. So, nice job, AirsScream. Really dig this thing, and thanks for sending it along to try out. So let's go ahead and end it there, folks. That about wraps it up. Until next time, thanks for watching. Suck my mod.